captain of his own ship, the director of his own destiny.
Hey there, have you ever wondered what our society would be like if there was more positivity and consciousness around? Well, it is an absolute pleasure to introduce to you a brand new program called Streams of Consciousness, where we discuss the different aspects of consciousness, the many benefits it could have to ourselves as individuals, as well as our community and global society. Join me every Monday between the hours of 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. beginning the first Monday after Carnival Monday, right here on Dominica's broadcasting station and other social media platforms. Join me, Hassan Professor Robinson, Streams of Consciousness. So, tell a friend to tell a friend that consciousness is back on the airwaves.
Man should understand himself because man is full of knowledge, and this knowledge is a gift of nature. When Mother Nature created man, she deprived him of nothing.
Good evening. Welcome to the very first episode of Streams of Consciousness, and it is an absolute pleasure to be with you guys here. My name is Hassan Robinson, also known as Professor, and tonight's program will be an introductory program as to what to expect for the few upcoming weeks of the program called Streams of Consciousness. We're going to begin with an introduction as to who I am, the purpose of this program, why I felt it necessary, as to different aspects of consciousness in itself, and the many benefits it can have for us as individuals as well as a society, both globally and internationally. I feel it right and only righteous that we begin this program introducing the King of Consciousness himself, the Most High Creator, whom I call Yahweh the Messiah. So I'm just going to begin the program with a righteous prayer, to invite the Spirit of the Most High in within. And anyone who knows me knows that I have no shame in my game when it comes to calling on the Creator and just making him bless the environment, bless the energies. So if you allow my link man head to this, low down the music a little bit while we just invite the grace of the Most High, whatever name you choose to call. I call him Yahweh the Messiah. And let's just begin with a righteous prayer. Why not, yeah? All right. So, Heavenly Father, Father Yahweh, humbly come before you as a humble king, a Dominican king, and I wish and pray that this program touches the lives of many who are in need of conscious elevation, as well as a path of light and enlightenment. I pray that we become a more open-minded society during this 1 hour program where we try to introduce consciousness into the minds and the hearts of our people. Whoever's listening and whoever's viewing right now, allow your grace, your presence to be felt in one way or the other. Allow your words, your meditation to come from me as a positive, conscious vessel, and just bring consciousness to the nation. In your wonderful and merciful name I pray. Hallelujah. Oh, amen. So yes, welcome to Streams of Consciousness. Of course, it would not be Streams of Consciousness without consciousness from the Creator. So we're going to just put some music to play in the meantime, and we'll be right back with the introductory statements and theses of Streams of Consciousness as we try to bring more positive light into the minds and hearts of our society, both locally, internationally, regionally, just across the world. Yeah? welcome back to Streams of Consciousness. Again, my name is Hassan Robinson, and if you're now tuning in, we introduced the program with the grace of the Most High, the Creator, just to bless up the place, give some conscious, positive energies into the place right now. As to the beginning of the program, I'm just going to introduce to you myself and why I felt it absolutely necessary for this program to be had. All right, so my name is Hassan Robinson, and I'm not a conscious expert or guru by that, but I am, however, a truth seeker. And we are presently living in a time in our society whereby persons who have higher levels of moral and conscious awareness seem not to be as vocal or as active as necessary for the present times. And as one who is of a particular age group, I felt it necessary that people see and hear the voice of someone who is of a age group and a demographic who shows that consciousness, spirituality in itself exists within the young people, within the elder generations, and it does not have to be attributed to any preconceived notions as to what a conscious person looks like or what an enlightened person looks like, as we are all conscious. The minute you lose your breath of life, you'll forever be unconscious. So consciousness is life by just the definition of consciousness in itself. And this program, thanks to Dominica's broadcasting station, is one that allows the youth and other conscious or people who just want a more positive outlook on life, a platform whereby they can hear someone who speaks their language and has a vision or view that is relatable and accessible, as well as we are all human beings in the same shape of life, if you want to call it that. You know what I mean? Shout out to Triller one time, you know? So in this program, I'm going to start off the program as to giving you a breakdown, a rundown of what to expect for the next coming weeks. This first program is, like I stated, an introductory program as to encourage you to stick with the program, stay conscious, stay positive, stay tuned, right? So we're going to begin with some definitions, of course. The first question actually people would tend to ask you is, what is consciousness? One person cannot define what consciousness is, so I would break down the question is, what is consciousness to me? As we can only speak from our own perspectives, our self-perspectives. Consciousness to me, like I stated before, is just a way of life. It's the way you perceive life. It is the way you address certain situations. You can choose to see things as an obstacle or an opportunity. You can choose to fight or flight, that type of thing. Consciousness basically means awareness to me. And what I choose to be aware of, what my intentions are, and what my attention is on is solely based upon what I perceive it to be. The universe is mental. We are all students of life, hence the reason why we were given pupils in the first place, right? To see the vision. So consciousness then, by denotation, or if there are young kids listening, which I hope, as this program is to reach the demographic of the young to the old, consciousness, or what I meant by the denotation, the dictionary's meaning of consciousness, would then mean or refers to the internal knowledge or conviction, the state or fact of being mentally aware of something. Basically meaning to be aware of the present moment, or to be aware. Another word for aware would then be in tuned with the now. So cultural consciousness, which is what I'm trying to help elevate here as a society, cultural consciousness is being mentally aware of people belonging to or relating to various cultures of a particular society, peoples, or period. Culture, then, by definition, is defined as the integrated pattern of human behavior that includes the thoughts, communications, actions, customs, beliefs, the values and institutions of racial, ethnic, religious, social, or other groups of belonging to or relating to the culture of a particular society, people, or period. A culture can be defined by an ethnicity, by your age, your gender, be it male, female, trans, or even sexual orientation, spiritual beliefs, socioeconomic status, etc. So cultural consciousness, therefore, is a collective group of what society is aware of. We are aware of what we look like, we are aware of what we like, be it music, be it our weekends or patterns and such and such. Now, cultural competence would then mean or refer to an organization's ability to recognize respect, address the unique needs, worth, thoughts, communications, actions, customs, beliefs, values, racial ethnicity, religious, social groups, sexual orientation, and the like. How do we then become culturally competent? That means by an organization that obtains cultural information and then apply that knowledge, this awareness then enable us to see the whole person, the whole picture, perspective, experiences, etc. So to break it down for if children or younger people are listening, what we understand as a people would then be what we place our focus on. So how do you then recognize where you belong if you do not take some time to say, hey, who am I and who are we as a people? So this is my attempt tonight here to just bring an introductory program to allow us to understand that the consciousness within me is the same consciousness within you, because I exist within the same culture, the same country, the same demographic, the same 24 hours, the same vibes, same consciousness. So for the program here tonight, I'm going to give you an overview of what to expect. And this overview here is pretty much simple. As we begin the program with a conscious or righteous prayer, we then gonna go into who am I, which I just explained, just a humble Dominican. And the other aspects of the program, we're gonna talk about the conscious mind. We're then gonna speak about the subconscious mind. And then we're gonna break it down, just lighten up the mood with some music, with some positive affirmations, and sharing my thoughts with you guys, and interact with you on Facebook as well to read the comments and just to see your viewpoints. You guys can call in during that segment and maybe take a call or two. Then we're gonna have what I look most forward to, which is a conscious breathing segment, where we will spend 3 to 5 minutes as I demonstrate to you the importance of meditation, the importance of taking 5 minutes to breathe, and taking 5 minutes to appreciate the breath. That's a quick breathing exercise, and I'll be demonstrating that. It would be an honor if you guys could follow me, as well as we just take 5 minutes to respect the breath of life given to us by the Creator. Then we will then go into what we would call the conscious goal settings, where we would select 3 simple things. We'll write it down, what we would like to achieve for the rest of the week. And then for the younger ones, we will have what you call the conscious word of the week. So I'll select a word. Tonight's word will be frequency. What does frequency mean? Breaking it down, so therefore they will grow into the deeper levels of the conversations. They'll be able to hold a conscious conversation and use terminologies and jargons that are, in sync with a conscious or righteous mind. Then we'll then go into this segment where we'll discuss one social issue. And tonight's social issue I feel to discuss is morality and ethics. We will not spend too much time on the problem themselves, but rather the solution, and how can consciousness be one of the many solutions towards our moralities and ethical problems within our societies. Then we'll have a recap and a closing prayer. So it is an absolute pleasure once again to introduce to you this brand new program. Well, not brand new because nothing's new under the sun, but this amazing program, thanks to Dominica's broadcasting station for providing the opportunity to use this platform. Thanks to the Most High, the Creator, and to the many viewers, listeners, and supporters of this program, Streams of Consciousness. So we're just going to take a quick little break, and we will be right back as we delve into Streams of Consciousness, and our conversation will take us into the different aspects of consciousness, what it means, and we are going to speak about the conscious mind, both the conscious and the subconscious mind.
Man in the full knowledge of himself is a superb and supreme creature of creation. When man becomes possessor of the knowledge of himself, he becomes master of his environment, the captain of his own ship, the director of his own destiny.
Hey there, have you ever wondered what our society would be like if there was more positivity and consciousness around? Well, it is an absolute pleasure to introduce to you a brand new program called Streams of Consciousness, where we discuss the different aspects of consciousness, the many benefits it could have to ourselves as individuals, as well as our community and global society. Join me every Monday between the hours of 8 p.m. and 9 p.m., beginning the first Monday after Carnival Monday, right here on Dominica's broadcasting station and other social media platforms. Join me, Hassan Professor Robinson, Streams of Consciousness. So, tell a friend to tell a friend that consciousness is back on the airwaves.
Man should understand himself because man is full of knowledge, and this knowledge is a gift of nature. When Mother Nature created man, she deprived him of nothing.
Yes, and welcome back to Streams of Consciousness. And my name is Hassan Robinson, as stated earlier. And we are now going to go into the first segment of the program, which is breaking down the definitions of the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. As we understood consciousness from my personal orientation and my personal beliefs of it, or what I understand of it, and the dictionary's definition of it, we're now going to talk about the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. So, if conscious mind means awareness, what you are aware of or what you recognize or what you perceive, the subconscious mind would, I guess, naturally be the contrast of that, what you are not aware of, but yet still you perceive. So, consciousness is everything, like I stated before, is life. So, we can then perceive it in this simple mannerism. Take, for example, a camera. A camera, if you just press the record button, the camera would record everything it sees within its lens, its frame, unless you yourself press the stop button. It does not have any preferential views or preferential values as to what it is recording. It just records everything as is. That is the subconscious mind. It records and holds records of the tonality of my voice, the color of the shirt that I'm wearing, the background music, the night's temperature. All of these things are being recorded in your subconscious mind, and you are not aware of it in your conscious mind. Your conscious mind would then be the focus of that camera, which is where you place your focus on, what it is that you choose to place your attention on. Not saying that the background does not exist, as the background will exist, the background in this scenario being the camera's recording, right? The background of whatever it is recording. However, the focus is your conscious mind, your first line of thought. That in itself is conscious and subconscious. We then ask ourselves, what are we paying attention to? What is it that we want to record in our lives? The music we listen to, the friends we have, the foods we eat, the places we associate, all of these things are being recorded in our subconscious mind. Yet, we can decide how much music we listen to, how much food we eat, where exactly we would like to go. Therefore, to filter out, like a filter of a camera, what it is that we like to experience or express in life. So this is conscious, your subconscious mind, and your conscious mind. So to recap of it, make it simple again, picture your camera, just press the record button. Whatever it records is the subconscious mind. Whatever you focus upon is the conscious mind. So then tonight's focus will then be, I guess you can then say your focus now would be on me. Your conscious mind is now listening to what I'm saying, how I look, if I'm making any mistakes in terms of my verbation, that sort of thing. So the subconscious mind also resonates what I'm saying to a deeper aspect, whereby you say, you know what, I understand, Professor, I know what you're saying, all the time, I get you, Shabe, them kind of things that, we Dominicans to the bone. So these things here, I could tonight either be an affirmation for you to approve or to say, yes, I knew what he was talking about made sense. He just says it in a way that I did not know how to articulate it. He says everything on my mind. That's conscious mind and subconscious mind. So let's do a quick recap of what conscious mind is and subconscious mind. Conscious mind, focus, what you pay attention to, what you are aware of through your current perceptions. Subconscious mind, what you are not fully focused on but are aware of on a lower level, and that in itself vibrates in a way that attracts certain things into your life. So that's pretty much conscious mind and subconscious mind. We're not trying to go too much in depth. If you would like to learn more about your conscious mind and subconscious mind, there's always Google. You could always replay this program again after it's aired. But the goal of this program is to not make things too complicated, but rather just show different levels of consciousness. And as we get deeper into the program, we will then go into the different aspects of the conscious and the subconscious mind. So yeah, this is streams of consciousness, keeping it cool, keeping it righteous. But ultimately, I would like to put this one point out there. All seeking, however, leads to the Creator. Like I said, I'm not a spiritual guru. I'm not a spiritual expert. I did not go to the monks of the Himalayas, and I have not visited Africa and take the son of the African sun next to the pyramids. But yet still I'm a truth seeker, and the voice of the Creator, his inspiration reaches all leaps and bounds. So no matter how much you meditate, no matter how deep you try to go, it will only lead you back to the Creator. No matter how far you go, no matter how astray you've went, it will only lead you back to the Creator, regardless of you intentionally doing it or not. So my advice would then be, you decide the destination of your life's journey and lean on the Creator, because He knows the way. You choose your destination, He knows the way. And that's pretty much where the conscious and the subconscious mind is. What you are not aware of, He's aware of. What you are aware of, He's aware of even more. So therefore, lean more on the consciousness of the Creator. People will say certain things about you, they will whatever. It's just the Creator is the one that has to navigate one's life. We're not going to go too deep into religiosity as to what the name of the Creator is and what is the right setting to give Him worship or it worship or whatever floats your boat per se. Yeah. So this is gonna run this segment of the program now. It's already 8:25 according to the big clock on the wall. Time is just flying by. So this time on this program here, we're just gonna run some music. I'm gonna try to interact with you guys on Facebook. If we have any Facebook viewers or any comments out there, feel free, and I'll be sure to respond. I do not know the numbers of DVS off the top of my head as yet, so I can't really say to call in. I don't know the numbers yet, but Facebook for sure if there's anyone viewing as well. If not, we're just going to keep the music jamming, and we're going to continue on with the program. After which, the musical segment, we're going to go into a 3 to 5 minute segment of what I call conscious breaths, where we just take some time to take a breath, appreciate the breath of life, and I'll show you how to do some breathing techniques, some simple breathing techniques that anybody could do at any place, anytime, any moment. Yeah. So streams of consciousness, right at you.
Lord, them never know I'm ready. Light up my spliff and go on. Me say me ready now. Everything baby know. From the born man a real rebel yo. Set the trend me coulda never ever settle no. Me say me ready now. 5 plus 7 no. 12 tribes, harder me nah let it go. Like the chalice grabber, hotter than a pepper, no.
Yeah, you know hardcore.
No.
Hey. Ready fi go burn the fire as the night start, bitch. Like the chalice and cloudy place before I pass it. Not no change about the rest, we still a fight crosses. Not no soften on my circle, why me no like chocolate. Hardcore come make the link and then the light start bridge. Pressure give them everything and plus the side cartridge. Praise the Luxy, every day I dust the life falling. Ready and we stay strong, that's the meditation. Real rebel
burn nastiness, delete the evil and confusion. Troublemaker kill a girl, broke a little U-turn. All type of flesh, some a python chew gun. Me no gear, make still me we kick them like Lukong. Put a bad like Waka Flocka, Harper with a lot of shatter. The party with matter proper. Life skills we no lack and promote no filthy actor who no get butter scatter. Blazing, like fire getting hotter.
Listen, me ready now. Everything baby know. From a band man, a real rebel yo. Set the trend, me could never ever second no.
Yes, good evening. I think we have a call on the line.
5 + 7 no.
Hello, good evening. You tuned in to DBS Radio?
Like the chalice grabber, hotter than a pepper no.
This call in itself is your
So
frequencies way up there.
Pass through a hardcore thing and I wish I never true. Now every
back?
DJ have me song up in a queue.
Yes, hello, good evening. DBS Radio, hello, good evening.
Fresh and me so new. In the hills like the mountain dew.
The phone is ringing, however. I appreciate you guys calling in trying to connect. I appreciate that, guys.
Shoulda run, shoulda fly, shoulda flew.
I have my tech man here with me, Kyle Charles, actually. The guy behind the scenes making the ones and twos. A young intern here at DBS Radio making sure the connections are connected properly. Young Dominic in the background.
Many are called and chosen are few.
Trying again. Okay, we're gonna connect one more time. Hello, good evening. Hello. No. Alright. Well, at least we appreciate you guys trying to call in. I'm gonna try to now connect on Facebook to see what the comments look like here. I will try to switch up the music a little bit. Put a little more tunes in the place and no more conscious vibrations.
Some people never see that the good that them doing is alright. That are the little action we gon' save you out there. Yeah. When you feel like you alone and the face is black, from you to good follow you. From you to bad, no bad follow ya. Just like your shadow. What to do, follow you. Some are quick to run for gun and hope your man. Them want to push wickedness and think it can bring them far. Me don't know who deceives them. Well, it must be the system. If you tell me that you really love all of the children, yeah. What are you teaching? As growing up, you have to find out. You have to give love to get love. As growing older, you have to wise up. Bring plus to your family, no minus. Everything that we do, just keep it. Talk how you feel like see it from me, don't give thanks how you respect it. Blessing you to God, good follow you. From you to bad, no bad follow ya. Reaping what you sow, everywhere you go. What you do, follow you. I put my faith in my God, I know that I'm poor. Many have made us feel like there ain't no one that looking over, cause none of them don't really see the power of the Creator. No man don't know what tomorrow go bring some, what me can do it now. To them I try my best, me give love. Don't stand up on a stage and just a sing out. No, from my fathers, you know my people, all of my dogs, we keep sharing motivation. From you to God, good follow you. From you to bad follow you.
Yes.
Follow you.
Yes, that is so true. That's from Dominican King Kali High himself, speaking about what you do follows you, speaking about karma. I was just on an interesting call, very interesting call with a caller who got me off air, offline actually. Apparently the on air was giving us a little bit of a problem. And he made a very interesting point. He's like, if you speak about consciousness, you didn't have to talk about the consciousness coming from the creator or the beginning point, which is the most high, which is actually true. That is the ultimate source. All sources go back to life, the source of life, which is the creator, indeed. And I saw the love on Facebook as well. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the love as well. The many viewers who are here with us right now. This segment, like I stated, I was going to talk about, we're actually going to just exercise or practice what you call the appreciation of breath, what I'll call in this program called a conscious breath, where if you would allow me the pleasure to show you guys one way we can take 2 to 3 minutes to take the breath of life of the creator and just appreciate the breath, and how this simple exercise can help help you in many ways in your society and in your life. Yeah. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of a background music here real quick, as I love to meditate with music. Just a subtle chill hop real quick here. Yes, I apologize for the dead air. However, you can see me on on the Facebook. So yes, let's get it on now. All right. All right. So the breath of life in itself is the most important thing. Being aware of one's breath is very important. Being aware of the present moment is very important. The unique thing about the breath is it is one of the few voluntary and involuntary muscles or systems. But you have your respiratory system, your circulatory system, your cannabinoid system real quick. But many a times we take the breath for granted. And shout out to all the conscious brothers and sisters out there who do this on a daily and encourage others to take this conscious breath as well. Shout out to Ras Bobby, who has always been an advocate for taking the time to breathe and allow us to take the breathing exercises seriously. So I'm going to demonstrate to you one of the simplest ways to just meditate on air right now. So how I do it is simple. Put yourself in a relaxed posture, such as so. Relax your shoulders. Make yourself comfortable. It doesn't have to be anything. You can take your hands like this. Rest them on something simple. Rest them on your palm of your lap if you're sitting down. You don't have to make any mudra signs. You don't have to make any hand signs. Just put yourself comfortable. Some people do particular hand signs that are more comfortable to them. They would like to experience a different level of consciousness and awareness, and that is them. But we're going to keep it simple. We're just going to take our palms and just rest them on our laps. Nothing too difficult. Take a proper posture. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. That's one way of doing it. You could also try to use a rhythm, which will therefore be like 1 breath, 2 breath, free breath. Free breath, 2 breaths, 1 breath. 1 breath, 2 breath, free breaths. Free breaths, 2 breaths, 1 breath. You don't have to say breath, you just say something that is easy to remember. So if you're a child or a younger person just trying to meditate, you could say something like, just count to 3. So now we understand the basics. We're gonna meditate or just do this breathing exercise for or 3 reps. So I'm going to breathe in, count to 3, breathe out, count to 3, 3 times. Conscious breaths. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. 3, 2, 1. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. 3, 2, 1. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. 3, 2, 1. Breathe out. And just like that, you've just meditated for approximately 2 minutes. Now, the breath in itself goes through the apparatus called your nose, your nostrils. Now, there's a rhythm to the breath of life. Same way there's a rhythm to your heartbeat as well. You can then block one nostril like this. Breathe in through this nostril, the opposite nostril. And then you could breathe out for the juxtapositioning or the adjacent nostril, the left or right. So let's use, for simple terms, left and right. Left nostril will be covered. You breathe in through your right nostril. Hold a turn. Breathe out for the opposing nostril like this. Do this for three consecutive exercises. Breathe in for right, breathe out for left. You could also do breathe in for right, breathe out for right as well. And that in itself is a simple and serene way of just taking a breath to pause. And the time now is already 8:37 according to the clock. And just like that, we have killed a half an hour just talking strictly consciousness and positivity on the airwaves. So, now that we are in a more calm, open-minded state of mind, we are now going to go into a segment which I call conscious goal settings. And I would like for you to set a goal, something simple that will incorporate more consciousness. So you ask yourself, what would happen if I incorporate 5 more minutes of consciousness in my life? So we're going to make a holistic plan, which is to, I would say, exercise my mind, maybe put down my phone for 5 minutes more in a day. Try that for the week. Then for the physical, you will then say, I can probably try to do 5 extra push-ups, or maybe try to get up earlier. And for the spiritual, you can then say, I'd spend 5 more minutes talking to the Creator, or 5 more minutes just trying to take in some more conscious content. Simple plan, whatever it is that you would like to do or accomplish for yourself, you can write it down. For the younger ones, or even the elder ones, we're gonna focus on what I would say the conscious word of the week. And this week I would like to use the word frequency. So let's see what the definition of frequency is according to the dictionary. So we're gonna go to dictionary.com. And then we're gonna type in, we could go to Google and find the definition. I like to go to dictionary.com. We could also use a thesaurus, which will give you a different definition of, will give you the meaning using different words. So let's see what we have here. Frequency is the rate at which something occurs over a particular period of time or in a given sample. It is also the rate per second of a vibration of a constituent wave. So in other words, it is how frequent. We have a call? Sure. This is, give it a pause. Yeah, good evening. You tune in. Good evening. I'm sorry. For some reason, we're not getting them on the online calls. But yes, frequency basically means how often something occurs, or also the rate in which something occurs. So you can say, I frequently go to the bathroom. or you could also say frequency, or the frequency in which one goes to the bathroom. Frequency in terms of the conscious conversation will then be the second definition, which is the rate in which something is vibrating at. We all operate in a particular vibratory frequency, or a level, or a time of now. So frequency would then be how quick something is happening, or how often something happens. So you can try to put more frequency into your life by trying to meditate more frequent, or put the frequency of love into your life stronger by frequently looking at more loving things, that type of thing. So the word is frequency. Simple to understand, it's an easy word to learn, and it is one that is very conscious in terms of our everyday reality or everyday existence. And so we have just ended the segment called Conscious Breaths, where we took 2 to 3 minutes, or 3 to 5 minutes, however long. I was not paying attention to the time, to just pay attention to our breath and show simple ways in which we could just take some time to pause and be aware of the now, be aware of our breath. We also learned what is another call. Thank you guys so much for trying to call, I appreciate the vibes. Hello, good evening. Yes, I can hear you. It's a bit muffled, but we're making progress. We're in tune.
Okay. You're coming on and it sounds something different,
Yes.
I'm really talking to the people. I just follow the exercise.
It is. Excuse me. Yeah.
Blocking one, two, three.
Oh man, I think we lost that caller again, and this time we actually made some contact. We actually heard your voice, and I appreciate you saying that you appreciate the difference of this program. That's that much for sure. I heard. I believe he was the same caller that I was speaking with off air as well. Appreciate you calling back, sir. We have another call. Yes, good evening.
Yes, good evening, my lord.
Yes, I. Me too. Something. Ah, man.
Yes, you really fireman to something.
Yes.
1 week off, every month or every weekend, whatsoever time.
I didn't hear you quite well, but from what I gathered, you asking me how long is this program expected to be? Okay, this program is expected to be every Monday, between every Monday, trying to make it as consistent. However, seeing that it is in its infant stages as well, we would also, if you would like, or share the message, share the views, pass it around. And we're also looking for sponsorship for the program as well. Be it you try to make a weekly sponsorship to say, hey, we want to get more of this consciousness on board, or we could try to get something else going on. But for now, the broadcasting station just gave me a platform to speak and to share the conscious vibes, to show that there is a platform available for persons who looking for the more humble side of life, who just looking to be more introspective, to share some good vibes and share the word of the Creator one time,
That's a good energy, because you have to start saying,
yeah,
in spite of this. Claiming as in we have a wood on the island, and that was a good voice. Rasta man them that to even call and even be part of the program.
Yes.
And then part of that sponsor and also people, as you say, when you write, because you keep people wise and bright, because a lot of people well and truly now, we see consciousness, and I don't want nobody. What we realize in our world, it has to have a history. You with so much. No, Marcus Garvey, because Marcus Garvey is a great man, make me a solid man, know myself, know my purpose, and my value. And that is ourselves. Themselves, they don't know their purpose, they don't know their value. Because you can't be working for somebody. Well, you don't be concerned about you have to go work your lips.
Yes.
Let's get it real.
Yes, sir. King, I humbly apologize for having to intervene. I really would love to hear what you have to say on a deeper level, but the connection is really muffled. Honestly, it is muffled. And however, I did grasp a majority of what you were saying, in that you support the vibe and that we need to, be more in tune. And one of the forefathers of that was Marcus Garvey himself, who showed that the people without first confidence or knowledge of themselves is a lost people. This program does not have any guests on it tonight, just for tonight, as it is an introductory program. But I am going to have many other conscious brothers and sisters out there who have been reaching out to me and who have been showing interest as well. I would have Dr. Mario Kazumi, of course, who's scheduled to be our first guest, if I'm not releasing the ball too soon, speaking about soil degradation and the importance of going back to the soil, and how being in tune with nature allows us to be in tune with ourselves on a deeper level. So then we're going to try to connect that. I also have my guy from the south side, Fuego de Nero, who is showed interest on there to show that consciousness isn't limited to just a Rastafari community or the people into Namaste and rainbows and butterfly, but there's also a street level of consciousness, a street level of awareness. Reaching out. Hello, good evening. Yeah, streams of consciousness. Hello, you're tuned in.
Yeah, looking like somebody passed on the line because looking like I cut off, but I was listening to what you were saying also.
Ah, you're clear now.
Yes, my brother, trust me. And
Yes.
even a great brother like Big Brother One, you need to have Big Brother One them program there. Because well and truly, man, you see that program there,
Yes.
that's supposed to bring a lot of agriculture in that, because right now there we have an agricultural island.
Mm-hmm.
And I realize now some people come out overseas and do now whole heap in agriculture.
Mm-hmm.
I know what problem they have, and we know the people on the land, we have a problem, we cannot do what we have to do. So I feel that energy bringing across going to bring us more into the field. I mean, I don't have to be
Yes,
one of them
man.
and the field, but like with organized and centralized, because I tell you right now there, we have to move forward.
Indeed.
And that program you bring in there is to make us know ourselves. I tell you earlier on, you cannot go in and work for somebody when your body not feeling healthy. You don't concern about yourself and not healthy, but you concern about your lit to go to work. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's because we don't know ourselves. We have to get it real. You checking what I'm saying?
Indeed.
So I telling you, my brother, you have to put some guests, as you say. You have a good program. Fireman always be part of the program. Even in Ireland, even out of Ireland, me I'm an international candidate. So I'll always be listening. And when I can bring my little 2 cents, I will drop in my little 2 cents.
Yes.
We have to organize a little paper to keep the thing up and running. I'll do all what I can do in my might and my whatsoever to get the paper up and running. Not nothing illegal anyhow, but good works. You know what I'm saying? Because consciousness, we have to be positive. And we have to practice what we preach.
Indeed.
You see me?
Yes,
anyhow,
sir.
my Lord, take it too much of the time. Maybe somebody have to call. Thank you very much. And I enjoy your little vibes and your little energy.
Yes, sir.
Anytime, keep the fire burning, my Lord. Up and running, fireman running. Bless up. Give thanks for life.
Yes, sir, King. I appreciate that a lot. According to the Ras body would tell me, I appreciate love the vibes, So, yes, Fireman just stated it well. There are a lot of people who are, supportive of consciousness, supportive of the importance of tilling the soil and going back to connecting with nature. And like I was saying, we have a number of guests who are to be on. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Are you hearing me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Yeah, well, Brother Hassan, I want to give you all the thanks for coming on over the year to give us knowledge, that we can do things. What as I see, the consciousness you ring in there, that's we as a black people, that's how we have to run.
Mm-hmm.
With the Creator, let us be conscious and let love flow among us, man. You know what I mean? Because
True.
too many times we divided, man. Divided we can't stand. United we can stand.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And I really like the idea of black people bringing us together, man. Bring us as one under one umbrella and do certain things. Agriculture, culture, and dance, and do the right thing. And I believe your platform you giving me on a Monday night there is one of consciousness, one that will go far. I mean, don't give up. We as a people, you say you want sponsorship, you just have to reach out to us. We will reach out to you. You understand?
Indeed.
We'll reach out to you and make things happen. And people that hear in the program that have to understand, hey, look, you doing that, to reach out to us and to make us as one, and to love each other.
Right.
Love is the greatest commandment. It's lack of love that among us. That's why we fight each other. Hassan.
Indeed.
But we just have to have love and a commitment. Look to love each other and to look out for each other.
Yes.
A lot of times we say, we love the brethren, we love the sistren, but love is a practical thing. You understand what I'm telling you?
Indeed.
When you see things with your eyes, and God make you see things with your eyes, and God reveals. God does reveal certain things to certain people, and they're not applying what God revealed to them.
You see,
sometimes,
You're right. Certain things are being brought to the attention of certain people, but that is what we were speaking about, what you call cultural competence. You may be able to see something, but you may not be able to recognize something. The same way a lot of our kings, may see good women, but they may not be able to recognize a queen, that type of thing. And we may be able to see certain things, but not recognize it within ourselves. And
to me, the consciousness I'm looking at is from the Creator. If you have consciousness from the Creator who created you, and hey, look, the Creator creating good things, is nothing negative. The Creator creating, He created you. I mean, Mr. Hassan, when I look at my body and I see, well, I can breathe from my nose, and my ears connected to my nose connected to that, my hip bone connected to that, I say, man, what man that can do that than not the Creator? It's a thing. Every time you wake up in the morning, my brethren, it's a miracle you wake up,
Indeed.
It's a miracle. And people want to see miracle, well, ants dancing in the end, that's this, that. All miracles happening all around you in your life. And you don't understand the consciousness of the Creator revealing things to you. As a people, even when I see I doing certain things in the open and see certain things in the open, my brother, the scripture tells you, if a man come and ask you for bread, will you give him a stone? Sometimes we see a man hungry, and the spiritual consciousness telling you, hey, look, give that man a bread and give that man something to eat. And we're not doing it. So I try to tell you, love is the greatest command, and we have to be practical as a people,
Mm-hmm.
You see your brethren want help, man, help him. If God tell you help him. And that is what we doesn't do. Do you know, I know people that have food rotting, and there are some people that are hungry.
I do. But also, one thing I'm aware of is the time. The time is already 5 minutes to 9.
Yeah, no problem, man. So I just trying to tell you, well, I will be tuning into that program every Monday night, and my brother, I give you all the strength, all the blessings, and whatever, send it out. We'll help.
Thank you.
You understand?
Thank you.
The program.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So we're gonna use the next 5 minutes here of this program here to give a recap of what we covered, and just to give a closing prayer of the Most High as well. So let's just do a quick recap. We basically spoke on the conscious mind as well as the subconscious mind. The conscious mind, I use the analogy of a camera being what you focus on, the subconscious mind just being the recording process of it, unfiltered. The importance of taking time to breathe, appreciating the breath of life, and a simple exercise one can do to help calm the mind, regardless of where you are, however the situation is. Just take some time to breathe and just try different practices with the breath of life. We also spoke on the conscious goal setting, be it simple things, just 5 minutes. We're going to try and apply consciousness just for an extra 5 minutes in our life for 1 week to see what difference it makes. And the word of this week, the conscious word for anyone who was listening to learn a word, especially the youth, was the word frequency. Frequency means how often something is done, as well as the rate or the magnitude in which something is done as well. Then the topic was supposed to be about morality and ethics, in the sense of how can we apply more consciousness in our morality and ethics. And the two callers who we connected with, got the chance to connect with, the many others who did not get a chance, they basically emphasized on the importance of love, going back to the soil, tapping into our culture, one being agriculture. And I do appreciate the many supportive energies I've received thus far tonight in terms of allowing this platform to be perpetuated, be it for whatever contributions the future may have in store. And so this is the recap of what it is. Would like to see programs more like this, in that we have a a concrete evidence as to what it is that we do. We're not just going to talk about it, certain things that we can apply. So I hope that you apply some of what I spoke about here tonight. And next Monday, we're going to have our first guest on there. We're going to take things to a different level. We're going to talk about connecting oneself with the soil and the importance of that soil and how we can juxtapose our connection with nature and show the similarities between ourselves as human beings and Mother Nature under the eyes of Father Time, as repetition is the father of learning. So if we continue these practices, we can become more in tune with nature as well. So I'm just gonna, give the creator one more shout out and tell him thank you for allowing this program to be a successful one. So if you allow me the honors, I'm just gonna bust a quick prayer, in the name of the creator, whom I call Yahweh the Messiah. So as we close this program, we're just gonna give some conscious vibrations out there into the universe. So Heavenly Father Yahweh, thank you for another wonderful night, another wonderful program, well, the first of its kind. I hope that this program somehow touched the hearts and the minds of many out there who are in need, as well as those who are in a space of consciousness whereby they feel like, where is the hope? The hope is needed. I hope this program and maybe some of the words that we shared here tonight, the exercises will allow your children to become more conscious and aware, both individually, regionally, internationally, as well as we continue to raise the levels of conversations, the level of consciousness, one conversation at a time. Thank you for the opportunity and this platform to make this program be as is. It is already with me already. I just trying to put the creator first in everything I do, keeping it real 100 with you all the time. In your wonderful and merciful name I pray. Hallelujah or amen. Yeah, so it's been an absolute pleasure having this first program of Streams of Consciousness with you guys, bringing the conscious vibrations out here with you, allowing us to see that, the creator is real, according to the Rasta would say, Jano dead, so we're just keeping it real, keeping it conscious. So again, stay positive, stay conscious, stay tuned. Streams of Consciousness.
Light up my spliff and go on. Me say me ready now. Everything baby know. From a bond man a real rebel yo. Set the trend no could I never ever second no.